Diamondbacks, Braves. Braves laying $140. D-backs plus 115. Total set at 9. Brandon Pfaadt going for the Diamondbacks and Grant Holmes going for the Braves. I like the Braves here. I do not trust Brandon Pfaadt at all. I don't know if I'm going to play it, but, man, Brandon Pfaadt has been interesting. Following him the past couple seasons, he was not good for a while. Pulled it together at the end of last year. Small sample size this year. So the last time out against the Nats, he just got absolutely spanked. 8 earned runs without a single out. I know it's only one game, but he's really roller coaster and hard to trust right now. Even back to last season, his ERA was 6.66, Devil's number. Taking on Grant Holmes going for the Braves. I think the Braves at minus 140 are the right call here.
I think that, or you play the over and say, hey, I think that he's going to give up some runs because Grant Holmes has good numbers. But here's your sabotage factor is that he's already faced Arizona so far this season, and he had a bit of a stinker against him. 5 2/3, 6 earned runs, and several hits. So I think maybe that's where you go to the over in this one. This is not a game I'm going to play. I would side towards the Braves in this one. Just because I will say Grant Holmes has settled down since then. He has had no stinkers since then. But still, maybe you just take both of these offenses to be pretty good and you play the over here and just kind of bank on the bats. But the total is 9, but I do think we see some runs.
I think I'm going to bet this. It's the only other game that I liked here. I got a couple bets that I like. Don't want to do it. I'm having a good week. I might just do it. I need some early action, so maybe I'll play it. But I do like the Braves. I'll shop around and see if I can find a better price. But right now, oh my God, it's minus 170 right now? BetMGM? Holy Lord, that jumped in a big way. It was minus 140 this morning. All right.
Well, somebody likes the Braves, clearly.
Somebody likes the Braves. Well, at least I feel like my read was right there. Okay, we'll see about that. Okay, Chelsa, let's see what else is on the card, a game that you like. What is something you've been eyeballing?
Okay, so there are a couple big favorites I like today, and you can talk me off of these, but it does feel like we have significant mismatches in 2 of these games. So starting with the Tigers and the White Sox, from the jump, I feel like this is an easy sale because, the Tigers are one of the best teams in all of baseball. The White Sox obviously are not. And Casey Mize goes for the Tigers today, 6-1, 2.82 ERA. So you'd have to play the Tigers either on the first 5-run line, which I think I am leaning towards, or you can go the full game run line, which I like as well because you get the White Sox bullpen thrown in there, and they are not a good bullpen. So you can go full game run line, which I like because the Tigers are on the road, minus 1.5 from minus 140, or you can do first 5-run line at minus 140. So Jenks, 2 questions here. Do you like the bet, or of these 2 bets, is there one you lean towards? Or I guess you could say option C, all of these bets stink, I'm going with the White Sox.
All these bets stink. No, I did not go into my handicap yesterday. I didn't go into this game, but I glanced at this one and thought, oh, that's got to be a Tigers run line bet. Casey Mize has been great. Yeah. And anytime you have a guy who's been that good and you take these Tigers bats into consideration, Detroit's legit. I still feel like, now in this game it's different, right, because they're taking on the White Sox, but I feel like the Tigers are even now a team, if you look in the right spots, you can still find value on these guys.
Yeah, for a team that is putting up numbers like the Dodgers and the Yankees, I still feel like you get a mid-tier team price on them, I think is the point that you're trying to make. So I think that one's probably going to go on the card for me. And then here's the other big favorite that I do like. And maybe talk me off of this one. Max Fried, Slade Ciccone, dueling in the Guardians and Yankees game. Yeah. Max Fried's been really good. He had one bad start against the Dodgers last time around, but other than that, 7-1, 1.92 ERA. Yankees bats, obviously the better statistically speaking. And we faded Slade Ciccone on the show before. He's 1-1 with a 5.28 ERA. Yankees at home here. They've been good when playing within the confines. And so I feel like I like the Yankees either the first 5-run line here, if you squarely want to fade Slade Ciccone, or you go full game run line, which obviously, I don't love playing home favorites on the run line because obviously they don't play at the bottom of the 9th if they're leading by only 1 run. So, Jenks, does this one make the card for you? Did you see this as a big mismatch?
I did. Anytime I see my guy Slade, nice Ray-Bans, Slade, Ooh, did you get that boat from your trust fund, Slade? No. Or you
just
can go,
making up a character here.
Yeah, I'm just making up a character. I'm workshopping it. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, Max Fried has been unbelievable. I don't have to talk to you about. Let me tell you about how good Max Fried is. But Slade Ciccone, he's been up and down this year. But, even going back to last year, he's a guy that had a hard time trusting. Wasn't he with the Diamondbacks? Am I crazy? Am I just making that up? I feel like he was with the D-backs.
You're not crazy. He definitely was.
Okay. I'm like, wait a second. Wasn't he with the Diamondbacks? But yeah, I just feel like going back to last year, he struggled last year, and now you have to go to the Bronx against Max Fried, who has an ERA of 1.92. You're laying some juice on the run line here, and I know you said it, but I honestly, if I like a team, I'm not really bothered by the fact that, okay, maybe they don't get that bottom of the ninth. Ultimately, if I like a team to dominate, I like a team to dominate. I think this is a spot where the Yankees could absolutely crush the Guardians just based on Ciccone alone. So I'd be with you on that. I don't know if I'm going to put it on the card. There's a handful of games I like, but I definitely handicapped this one, and this was one of the ones that I looked at.
Yeah, it's definitely going to cost you, though. So this is jumped up. First 5 run line is minus 170. So you'd have to play the minus 1.5 in the first 5 innings, which I don't love. Sometimes it takes getting creative. But what sucks is that, I was thinking, hey, you play a Yankees team total if you're squarely fading Slade Ciccone, but then it feels like you're leaving a good factor on the table in that I think that Max Fried is going to have a good start. So I'm not sure which direction to go in this one. The theory is that the Yankees are going to win convincingly. So, Jenks, how do you play this one? Do you play the full game run line? That's the only one that seems to make sense at the price offered, because you can get the full game run line at minus 130. Maybe you can dive a little bit deeper and say Max Fried to record a win, but that's kind of like a same game parlay. It seems enticing because, you say, oh, him to record a win, seems pretty easy, right? That means they need to be ahead when he's winning. So there's a first, 6 or 7 run line bet in there. And also they have to win the game. So it's not quite as easy as one would think, but you do get a better number in that. So are you playing anything in this game? Or is this one where it's just all right, too much juice, we're moving on?
Well, I was looking at, all right, maybe a Yankees team total, right? If you think they can rake here. But over 4.5 is minus 155. Oh. I know.
Yuck.
I know. I was like, okay. Yeah, that gross. Over 5.5 is plus 110, but, now we're getting into, I don't know if I want to go that route. I think you just go, even though the Yankees are at home, I think this is a good spot to go Yankees, especially if, here's the thing, even if Ciccone ends up pitching well for him, the Yankees could win this game 4-1. Do you know what I mean? Because Fried has just been so good. One thing I will say this, remember Luke Weaver's out now for New York. So that's the one thing. If they put Devin Williams in and give him some run here, that would be an absolute crusher. Just something to keep in mind.